teacher-specific training for Behavely. Teachers, this is geared towards you and your use of our distance learning platform as well as our software as a whole. So to start off with teachers, go ahead and log in with your school email and password to your school site. Most of you will have the login on your school's public website, but for others, you can go ahead and log in right from behavely.com. From behavely.com, you would go ahead and click on login and follow the prompts after clicking on that box. After you've logged in, you will be brought to your school's homepage. This is where your admin team will send out school-wide announcements to your families, but as a teacher, we are going to focus on your class page. So right now I'm logged in as a teacher. Emily is my teacher, and I'm going to use my side navigation bar to navigate to my class page. My class page is going to be underneath the classroom and groups drop-down, and I'm going to click on my class page, which is middle school science. Once I click on my class page, this will take me to my class page homepage, and from this page is where I can send out class-wide announcements. I can post spotlights, which display right down here. I can edit my welcome message, which is right here, and I'm going to do that all from my homepage. So to send out a class-wide announcement, which is emailed out to my parents and students and any other staff members that are associated with my classroom, I will click on my new post button. So once I click on that new post button, this is where I can edit my announcement. I can enter my title, enter any content. This can be a wide variety. I can insert an image, I can insert a link, and I can insert a table or play around with fonts and text colors. Once I have my content ready to go and rock solid, I'm going to click Next. This will take me to my publishing screen. This is where I can preview my announcement on all my different devices. I can also send a test email to myself, so that will be sent to the email account that I logged in with. Once everything looks good, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to click these three dots. This is going to bring up my publishing setting. From here, I can select my default template if I have my template set up with the school. I can choose to notify people with the following role. So this is tricky and I want to spend some time on this. If I select any group, maybe I select parent, and to notify people with the following role, that means that I am only going to email this out to my middle school science parents. So it will still post on my homeroom feed, but it will only email out to parents. So whatever group you select, it will only email out to them. So teachers, you are probably going to leave that blank 99% of the time. You can also publish at, so you can schedule ahead of time if I want to post in a week from now, so August 26th, and I can also choose the time. If I leave this as is today, it will publish immediately and send out immediately. So these are our options for class page announcements. Once this is all ready to go, you're going to click Publish. And again, that will feed down in this section. Teachers, you also have a dashboard. So if you select your announcement that has been posted and select Sent To, this will take you to that announcement's dashboard. So you can then see what's going on with your data, who's not opening your announcement, who is opening, and who is clicking. Also, in each of these status bars, if you hover over the exact email address, you will have a date and time log to see when the announcement was posted in these different sections. So you can really interact with your information this way as well. If I navigate back to my homepage again, I also have a couple different options here besides my announcements. I have my calendar section. This is where I can see my different periods, my different class schedules in a calendar view, and I can also assign out homework. I would go ahead and click Create and select which calendar I want to post to. I next have my resources section. My resources section is where my subject-specific resources are held. This is where they're held, and this is where as a teacher can add a resource. I'll click Add a Resource, and you can see that I can use web-hosted URLs, so anything that is hosted on the internet, whether that be a YouTube link, a Google link, maybe it's Khan Academy, any resource you are using for your subjects, you can link them subject-specific right here. And as you can see, I have a subject for every single one of my, or I have a resource for every single one of my subjects. This is different from files. Files are not hosted and they will not be brought into your Today page, but students and parents will still have access to this. So again, teachers, from your homepage, you have your announcements, then you have your calendar, resources, and all of your different aspects there. Now, if I go to click on courses right from my class page, this is where I'm going to be scheduling my different courses with their different periods and assigning in those virtual meetings. So as you can see, after I clicked on courses, it brought me to my course edit screen for my middle school science page. This is where I can see a list of all of my students that are enrolled in that particular course. To add students, I would click add students right here, and then my students will automatically populate in from my middle school science homepage. I would either add all or remove all, and if I make any changes, I'm going ahead and clicking save. Moving into my scheduling piece, this is where I'm going to schedule my meetings, schedule my periods, and lock down all of that information for the Today page for my distance learning platform. So as you can see, this one has already been built out. I have an external meeting link, so this is a Zoom link, but if I want to use a Beehively meeting, I will select Beehively. If I do not need a meeting for this class, I will go ahead and remove meeting. So again, I can add a meeting. I have two options, Beehively meeting or my external meeting link. And here we go right there. I can drop in my Zoom link, my Google Hangouts link. Maybe that's a Zoom link, but this is dropped here. And keep in mind, teachers, this is course specific. So this meeting link is only going to show up on the students who are enrolled in the 6th grade Earth Science page. All right. Next, we have our schedules. So we have our grading periods here. We see trimester 1, 2, and 3 from this page. And you can see that 6th grade Earth Science is scheduled for period 6, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Well, actually, it's scheduled for period 6 Tuesday, and then we're operating on a different schedule for Thursday and Friday as well. Blue and green, these are our cohort groups. These are set up. And we can see that our blue group is going to be at home on Mondays and our green group is going to be at school. If I scroll up and I see my periods and cohorts here, this is where I would click in to add in any periods, change schedules, or the same thing, change cohorts and control what students are in each cohort. So if I click on periods, this will take me to my scheduling page. Teachers, you have access to these schedules. You can add a new schedule or you can pick from one of the existing schedules. Let me go back to my class page, my course page. So that is our period setup, and these are where these different options come from. So as you can see, I have a bunch of different options: regular schedule, weekly schedule, schedule 1, test schedule. But for now, I'm going to stick with period 6 from my regular schedule. Next, I'm going to take a peek into our cohorts tab. This is where I will go into managing cohorts. So right now my cohorts are blue and green, but you can add however many more cohorts you need. If I make any changes, I'm going to click save. If I go back and I select my classroom, so middle school science, and I can see that my middle school science are populated here. If I want to auto balance, it will automatically control what students are in each group, make sure there's as even of number as can be, but if I want to individually arrange students, I will move them back and forth just by dragging their names. If I make any changes, I'm going to click save. So teachers, you do have control over your cohorts and what students are in your cohorts for your grade. Let's go back to middle school science. Again, right now I'm on the home page. I'm going to click courses, and this will take me to my course edit screen. So this is where I have arrived at this schedule. I added in my meeting and I scheduled my periods. You want to make sure you have it at least scheduled for your first grading period, but you can work ahead and work through the different grading periods if you want. Again, these are all course specific, so each of these courses has to be set up. They do not carry through each course. Just because I did it for 6th grade Earth Science does not mean I have set it up for math. So I would repeat that process for each of my subjects. So teachers, keep that in mind as you're moving throughout this scheduling process. After I've scheduled my courses, I've added in my meetings, I've added in my resources, that means I have built my Today page for my students and myself. So here we are looking at a finished Today page. This is set up This is the Wednesday, August 19th today page. And as you can see, Emily, our teacher here, she has a lot going on today, but right now she is in period 6. And to join that meeting, she is going to click the Join Now Meeting button. You can also see her next period, period 6. She's also late for that one, but you can see her resources that she's added have been populated in there as well. She doesn't have any resources for computer science, but her 8th grade physical science resources are showing here. So with that, teachers, this is a quick refresher for setting up your Today page and the ins and outs of doing that. This also shows you your view of your Today page. So let us know if you need any help with this. You are welcome to reach us at support@behively.com with any questions, concerns. Talk to us. We really want to support you guys. And I also want to end this with, we support you guys. We love our teachers, and we recognize the value and the challenge you are taking on with this new normal of distance learning. So keep going, teachers, and we are here to support you.